Hello everyone, and welcome back to K-Pop Exposed, the channel where we uncover the biggest stories, hidden signals, and industry shifts happening inside the world of K-pop. Today's topic might be one of the most important discussions in the industry right now, because one of the biggest names in global pop music may be approaching a defining crossroads. And that name is Blackpink. For years, they have dominated global charts, sold out stadiums around the world, and helped bring K-pop into the international mainstream. But now, a growing question is beginning to spread across the internet. What will happen when their contract with YG Entertainment finally reaches its critical point? According to industry reports, the group's contract could potentially expire at the end of 2026. And as soon as that information started circulating, fans everywhere began asking the same question. Is this the beginning of a new era, or the possible end of a legendary chapter? The discussion became even more intense after YG Entertainment released an official presentation on March 4th through YouTube. During the presentation, the company explained its plans for the coming years, highlighting future strategies and upcoming projects. But something quickly caught the attention of fans. Despite being one of the label's most successful artists, Blackpink was barely mentioned. Instead, the spotlight was heavily focused on the next generation of YG artists, including groups like Babymonster and Treasure. Even legendary acts like Big Bang were referenced as part of the company's historical legacy. Yet, Blackpink only appeared briefly, mainly in connection with YG's upcoming 30th anniversary celebration. For many fans, that detail felt unusual. After all, Blackpink is not just another group in the company's lineup. They are the artists who helped push YG Entertainment onto the global stage. Their music videos have broken records. Their world tours have filled stadiums across continents. And their collaborations with international brands and artists helped expand K-pop's influence worldwide. So when their name barely appeared in a major corporate presentation, fans immediately started wondering if something bigger was happening behind the scenes. Soon after, another report cited by the Korea Herald added even more attention to the situation. According to industry insiders, Blackpink's current group contract is expected to conclude sometime around the end of 2026. Although no official confirmation has been given regarding the exact date, the possibility alone was enough to trigger widespread speculation. Social media quickly filled with theories. Fans began analyzing interviews, posts, and public appearances, trying to understand what might happen next. But the situation is actually more complex than it appears at first glance. Technically, all four members of Blackpink have already renewed their group contract before. However, their solo careers are currently managed under separate structures and individual agencies. This creates an interesting dynamic. As a group, they remain united. But professionally, each member is also building their own independent path. And that leads to an important question. Can this system continue in the long term? Or is it a transitional phase that could eventually lead to a completely different arrangement? What makes the situation even more emotional for fans is the timing. Because the year 2026 will mark a huge milestone. It will be the 10th anniversary of Blackpink's debut. 10 years in the K-pop industry is a significant achievement. Many legendary groups celebrate such milestones with massive projects, special albums, reunion tours, or documentary releases that honor their journey. However, at the moment, there has been no large-scale announcement regarding a 10th anniversary celebration. And for many fans, the silence feels unusually loud. Some supporters have even expressed disappointment online, questioning whether the anniversary might pass quietly without a major event. Others still believe that YG Entertainment could be preparing a surprise announcement that has not yet been revealed. At the same time, the internet has also produced its fair share of extreme rumors. Some claims suggest that YG Entertainment may no longer hold full rights over the members. Others have gone even further, declaring on social media that the group has already disbanded. But it is important to emphasize that none of these claims have been confirmed. There has been no official statement announcing a disbandment. In today's digital environment, speculation often spreads much faster than facts. And when silence continues, the imagination of the internet tends to fill in the gaps. Unfortunately, some of the narratives that have appeared online have also been negative. Certain posts have attempted to question Blackpink's role or relevance within the K-pop industry, but such claims ignore a very clear reality. Blackpink's global influence is undeniable. From record-breaking music videos to sold-out stadium tours, their impact has helped shape the modern era of K-pop. They are not only music artists, they have become global cultural icons, fashion ambassadors, brand partners, and representatives of Korean pop culture on the world stage. That is why the current uncertainty feels so significant. The real question now is whether YG Entertainment is preparing a major surprise, or whether the company's focus is gradually shifting toward the next generation of artists. In the entertainment industry, it is not uncommon for companies to keep major plans completely secret until the right moment. So the silence surrounding Blackpink could simply be part of a larger strategy. But without confirmation, fans can only speculate. From a business perspective, the period before a contract expires is often the most sensitive stage. Negotiations may take place privately for months before any official announcement is made. And in this case, the stakes are extremely high. Blackpink is no longer a rookie group. Each member now holds enormous global influence individually. Their value in the entertainment and commercial world is immense. Any decision they make will likely have ripple effects across the entire K-pop industry. However, there is also another important factor to consider: the members themselves. After years of intense schedules and global promotions, it would be natural if they wanted greater control over their careers. The current structure of independent solo management suggests that personal freedom has become an important priority. If the group contract eventually reaches its conclusion, several possibilities could unfold. They could renew their agreement with YG Entertainment. They could negotiate a more flexible partnership. Or they could even establish their own independent label while continuing group activities under a new structure. Despite all these possibilities, one thing remains clear. The bond between the members has always been one of the group's strongest qualities. Over the past decade, they have built a connection that fans believe goes far beyond contracts or corporate agreements. And because of that bond, many fans still believe that the group's story is far from over. In fact, another increasingly common model in the modern entertainment industry could also be an option: project-based collaborations. Under this structure, artists maintain independent careers but occasionally reunite for albums, tours, or special performances. If Blackpink chooses this approach, they could continue as a group while maintaining full freedom individually. Meanwhile, the pressure on YG Entertainment continues to grow. Fans are not necessarily demanding immediate answers, but they do want reassurance that the group's legacy will be respected, especially with the 10-year anniversary approaching. On social media, every small detail continues to be analyzed. Every interview, every caption, every appearance. The atmosphere feels like a moment of anticipation, as if the industry is waiting for a single announcement that could change everything. Because if Blackpink's contract truly ends without renewal, the impact would be enormous. They are not just a successful group. They are one of the defining symbols of K-pop's global expansion. A major shift in their status would instantly dominate international headlines. Music companies, investors, brands, and media outlets would all watch their next move closely. However, until an official statement is released, the full story remains unknown. What we see right now are only fragments of a much larger puzzle. Behind closed doors, discussions and negotiations may already be shaping the next chapter. And sometimes in the entertainment industry, silence is not the absence of plans. It is the calm before a major reveal. Looking ahead, the year 2026 could become one of the most important moments in Blackpink's history. Will it be remembered as a massive celebration of a decade of success? Or will it mark the beginning of a completely new era? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain: Blackpink's influence remains incredibly powerful. Their music continues to reach millions of listeners worldwide, and their presence still dominates global conversations. Very few groups can generate this level of attention simply through uncertainty alone. And that alone shows just how significant their legacy has become. Now I want to hear from you. Do you think Blackpink will renew their contract with YG Entertainment? Or do you believe they will choose a more independent path in the future? Write your thoughts in the comment section below. And if you enjoy deep discussions about the biggest stories in the K-pop industry, make sure to like this video and subscribe to K-pop Exposed for more updates. Because this story is far from over.